My stepdad told my mom he wanted an open marriage over her getting a pixie cut, and now my mom is using me as an emotional support crutch when she should be cutting my stepdad off just like she did to her hair. I, 19F, am not sure if I'm overstepping a boundary by sharing this story, but I'm moving out in a week and think this is ridiculous. My mom, 44F, and stepdad, 47M, have been married for 14 years. As far as I can remember, this guy has been in my life, and I love him like I love my biological father. And they have had what looks to be a happy marriage. In the last year, my mom has started working overnights at a vet office. This causes her and my stepdad's schedule to not align. This also causes her to make more money than him. My mom has also struggled with her appearance in the last few years. She was on a strict keto diet, like my stepdad, for over a year and stopped when it began to make her feel more bad than good. This caused her to rapidly change weight and she's quite insecure about it. Me and her have a very close relationship and she has confided in me several times about her problems and other moments when it was clear to me that my stepdad was insecure about something. But I ain't a therapist, so my usual response is that she seek therapy because I am not equipped to be her daughter and her couple's therapist. Love her so much though. Today, she told me she was going to get a haircut with my sister, 14F. The previous week she had been talking with me about getting her hair cut short so it's out of her face at work, and I showed a picture of this shorter 60s style pixie cut that I thought would be so cute on her. When she got back from her appointment, she was glowing. She was wearing her cute little cat-eye-shaped glasses and I convinced her to put on a collared polka dot dress to complete the look. My sister kept making fun of her hair, but as long as she liked it I was happy for her. When my stepdad came home from the gym, he could not even look at her. I could tell this was making her sad. I made a joke about how it's like when he shaves himself a mustache and she hates it but deals with it anyway. There wasn't a whole lot of laughing in the crowd, so I walked upstairs to do my own thing and ended up out of the house for a couple hours. When I came back I could hear them arguing in their bedroom. I couldn't really make out what they were saying and chose to ignore it. Shortly after my mom came into my room. She sat down on my bed and told me that she had been up for a while. She told me they started arguing about her haircut. He kept telling her how ugly it looked, how ugly she was, how she was never going to have intercourse again with hair like that. This is all her exact retelling of the story. I was literally just sitting there, mouth open, thinking about how crazy this was to ever come out of my stepdad's mouth, and then she hit me with he said he wanted to open our marriage. I may be 19 and have little relationship experience, but even I know that's basically admitting that you want to cheat on your wife. She started crying and I did not know what to say. Shortly after she got up and left the room. The only thing I said to her that whole time was I cannot wrap my head around how ridiculous this is. And I still can't. Not only do I feel horrible because I've been put in this odd situation between my mom and stepdad, whom I both love. I also feel horrible because if I was married to someone and they said some stuff like this to me, I'd feel so horrible about myself. I want to help her if I can because I care about her, but I'm afraid I'm getting myself into something that I should not and cannot be a part of. And what's worse is that I'm moving 7 hours away in a week, so there's not a lot I can do. What should my mom do? Edit. I'm in therapy myself for a wide range of other stuff and have talked about family issues with my own therapist. Not this issue specifically, but rest assured I will at my next appointment. We'll update in about a week if anything happens. Commenter. I think your mom should open the marriage with the help of a divorce lawyer. She deserves much better than an insecure prick. Commenter 2. Hi up. It sounds like your mom has been parentifying you for years. You sound really mature, and telling her to speak to a professional is what she absolutely should be doing instead of using her daughter as an emotional support crutch. This isn't your problem to solve. That being said, of course you are rightly worried, but if your mother is refusing to confide in anyone but you, removing yourself from the equation is probably the best for everyone. Your mother is the only one who can make the decision to leave, perhaps without you there to serve as her soundboard. She will start to take some steps to unravel how she really feels. It's so easy to get caught in a trap of outrage when you've been hurt by someone you love. Your mother is likely still in denial and needs to come to terms with things herself. Update. I wanted to start by saying thank you for the kind words on my last post. A lot of you had some really wonderful advice to give me. These comments made me rethink some things, and upon bringing this all up to my therapist, your advice was very similar to hers. Secondly, I need to address some things. Yes, my mom has friends her age and siblings that she is close with. I have no clue to what extent she talks to them about stuff like this. No, my mom is not the only one who will vent to me sometimes. My stepdad is the same way. Usually it's about more trivial things, but I get to hear both sides of the story most of the time about small arguments that don't really matter. No, I don't think my sister will turn into me once I leave. To put it lightly, she's spoiled. My parents will often vent to me about my sister and her craziness like it isn't the effects of their own passive parenting. I think after all that happened when I was a child, they just kinda gave up with her, and it hurts to watch. But I know I can't parent a child that isn't mine. Now on to the update. The day after it happened, I was with my best friend and she brought it up to her in nonchalant conversation as we were about to leave for a 3-day trip. Obviously, my best friend was worried, and I said outright, I don't think we should be taking about this right now. My mom's response was, "Oh, you always get mad when I do this, she doesn't mind." I pulled my mom aside and told her I think it's inappropriate to bring my friends into this conversation. She's brought up other ridiculous stuff to my friends. I told her I'm worried about her and I see her situation getting worse every day and that I want her to get professional help. She didn't say much and I left for 3 days. When I came back, everything seemed to be okay. All my mom told me was that he apologized and said when he get angry he says things unfiltered. I said you should still get couples therapy because again that's ridiculous, but my stepdad doesn't believe in therapy. At this point, I'm glad that I am moving away so I don't have to hear about any of this anymore. I love my mom and am glad to love her at a distance and spend a couple weeks out of the year with her. But I'm so happy to be free from listening to everyone's problems. One day this will likely all blow up in their faces again and I'll get a call that they got a divorce or something. I mean, there's nothing more that I can do, right?